11th, and it's also Monday of the 5th week of Easter. So our Easter season is moving along quite nicely and quite quickly. It does seem in a little bit, and I'm hoping that it's going to seem very quick here pretty soon. But first, just a reminder of kind of our schedule for the week. Same schedule we've been following now for quite a while, but we will have confessions available tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., and then we will have the Rosary live streamed at 7 p.m. On Wednesday, there's confessions available from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., and then noon Mass will be live streamed. And then on Saturday, we have the church open, Friday evening. I always seem to forget Friday evening. But Friday evening, we do have evening prayer live streamed at 6:30. And then coming up for the weekend, Saturday, the church is open for private prayer from 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And confessions are available from 3 to 4:30 p.m. And then on Sunday, we live stream Mass at 8:30 a.m. And then the church is open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So that's our schedule coming up this week. I didn't bring a Marian image today because we did receive some pretty exciting news on Friday, kind of a schedule or dates for celebrating Mass publicly again. Limited, and there'll be a lot of things we'll probably be talking about, but first want to be thankful to God that there does seem to be kind of some light at the end of the tunnel. So weekday masses, we'll have those available first. The bishops of Ohio termed it a soft open. So just kind of like the state's doing with a variety of things, kind of incrementally doing that. We're going to have the opportunity. The first time we have the opportunity to celebrate a weekday Mass will be on Monday, May 25th. So we'll be looking forward to that opportunity on that day. And then because of some of the restrictions that we'll have to follow, obviously with social distancing and sanitizing and keeping everything very clean, especially those high-touch areas, not necessarily positive that we would offer Mass every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of that week. We may have 2 or 3 Masses. We'll have to see how that all goes, what we'll need to do, what the procedure will look like. All that's something for the next couple weeks. We'll be working on here at the parish to make sure we can keep everybody as safe as possible. And then the first weekend we would celebrate Mass is still that Pentecost weekend, so Saturday, May 30th and Sunday, May 31st. Just a reminder, too, that the bishops are being very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but the dispensation, there's not going to be any obligation to attend Mass on Sunday for a while. They don't want anyone to feel, especially anyone who's high risk, to feel that they have to come to Mass. So it's going to be up to all of us to use our best prudential judgment. As I said, the parish will do its best to keep everybody safe and do our best to keep everything clean. But everybody's going to have to look at their own situation, seeing whether, definitely if you don't feel well, we definitely would prefer that you do not come to the celebration of Mass at that time. If you have close contact with someone who's sick, if you're high risk, if you have certain medical conditions, you still want to be prudent and exercise good judgment. The worst thing I think in my mind would be if somehow or another I decide that I have to have Mass and I make anybody else sick. I probably would feel pretty guilty about that. So we'll keep talking about what practically some of this will look like. We just got some of the guidelines from the diocese, and these are kind of a roadmap, a framework for us to work with to see, because even between St. John's and St. Michael's, the churches are set up very differently. The opportunities for ways that we could social distance or distribute Holy Communion, there's going to be differences in each building, each parish community, and so it's really the diocese gives us some direction, and then we have to figure out the best way for us to do it here. So, like I said, there'll be a lot more information coming about that in the next couple weeks as we look at our facilities and figure out what's the best way that we can gather again for Mass, even though it'll be probably a little bit limited. It may look a little different. It may have a slightly different tone to it or feel because of some of the things we'll do or not do. But the biggest thing will be that we'll still be joining in the offering of Jesus to the Father and the Holy Spirit. And that's by far the most important thing. And that's the thing that's not changing. The Mass will still be the Mass, even though it might look a little different, even though it might feel a little bit different. So we have this to look forward to. So hopefully, like I said, in the next couple weeks, we'll be able to provide a lot more information about how we'll be able to do this in our parishes at St. John's and at St. Michael's. Also, too, the diocese has started a new website, Reconnect Toledo. I believe that it's called Reconnect. I'm not positive. I should have looked up the address, but it has some resources for people, or just some information about maybe kind of what to expect. Some of the things you're going to expect. Again, everybody is going to apply these in their own situations as best they can, but that resource is available to give information and some direction. So again, we're thankful to God that we seem to have something now to look forward to, a definite date to look forward to, and we'll continue to look forward to that day when, even maybe in a limited capacity, we're able to gather as a parish community and give praise and worship to God. So I hope everyone has a very wonderful day, and we'll continue to look forward to that time when we gather together to celebrate the sacred liturgy. So may God bless you this day. I hope everyone stays safe, and keep looking out for each other and keep praying for each other. And God bless.